It's the high school game of the week on 23 ABC, Friday Night Live. Brought to you by Keirnan Schools Federal Credit Union, the biggest little credit union in town.
Welcome to Friday Night Live. He's Kevin Keyes. I'm Casey Keirnan. We're on the campus of Bakersfield High School where the Drillers just dropped one at home, 27-7 to Long Beach Poly. So much tradition on the field tonight. The Drillers knew it would be tough. Poly had just won over the #2 team in California, Centennial of Corona. To beat the best, you've got to schedule the best. They knew it would be tough from the very beginning. It was physical from the kickoff. Let's go to the highlights. Stands were packed. Sold-out crowd for Long Beach Poly at BHS. Drillers, class of 1963, with over 150 in attendance. BHS wins the toss, and they elect to defer. Poly with the ball first. Snap pitch to James Brooks. He follows his blockers, gets around that edge, but he's taken down. Rabbits, though, in the end zone. Ty Tideman takes a three-step drop pass to the corner, and Iman Marshall makes the catch, gets his band off to a head start with those cymbals. 2-point try is fluffed, 6-0 Poly. BHS can't score, so Tideman at it again. This time it's picked off by Kevin Hayes. Chaos ensues, but the Drillers are faced with a field goal try in the red zone. Field goal is missed. Score remains 6-0 Poly at the half. The victory bell, towed by its original car, a 1910 Buick at halftime, rung as it's passed from the 63 class to the 2014. Drillers enter the second half. They receive the second half kickoff. Asani Rufus takes the snap, reads the defense, keeps the football, and he cuts back and takes off. Huge gain. Rufus taken down at the 16. In the red zone now. More of the same from Rufus. Another cutback run. He evades the Rabbit front seven this time. Hands it to the ref, and BHS takes a 7-6 lead after the PAT. Asani Rufus on the sideline remaining focused. He better too, because the Jackrabbits are capable of breaking off plays like this. Jeremy Calhoun found a big hole. He's off. It's a foot race. Kid's no doubt a track star too. Touchdown Poly. They take the lead 13-7. And folks, this is not a replay. Once Calhoun breaks through his tackles yet again, he's off yet again. He's caught this time, but it is first and goal, Long Beach Poly. BHS looking for a turnover. That's all they can hope for. Tideman fumbles the snap, and Bryson Briggs comes up with it. They got just that. BHS, though, with a long field to work with, but hey, they'll take it. Third and long for BHS. Rufus pitches to Jonathan Malone. That Poly front seven just too much to handle, so they punt. Fourth quarter, Ty Tideman hands off to James Brooks. He makes him pay, barrels his way on in for another Poly touchdown. That would make it 20-7, and 27-7 was your final. Physical game from the very beginning. Kevin Keyes joins us post-game. Kevin, you watched this game. What'd you think?
Casey, it was a classic matchup of two of the winningest programs in the state. Smash mouth football. It was physical right from the very beginning.
It was physical. They had a game plan for BHS. Poly did execute it. Well, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to take a closer look at this tradition-rich game. It's Friday Night Live from BHS. We'll be back.
Now going to the dentist can be fun. At Comfort Dental Kids and Smile and Dental, you're surrounded by color and fun everywhere. From watching and playing video games to watching movies during your visit. Comfort Dental Kids and Smile and Dental care about your comfort. Don't have insurance? No problem. They offer discount dental plans. And now get an x-ray, exam, and cleaning for only $39. Comfort Dental Kids and Smile and Dental with multiple locations to serve you.
Unbelievable.
This is awesome.
Come on, really? I knew he was gonna shank it.
I didn't shank it!
Seriously, what are we supposed to do with this?
What if I just,
Oh!
Come on, man.
No, don't do that. Sorry. He is really in there. That slime dripping off? It is. Yep. That's nice.
Wouldn't it be great if every situation had helpful notes? That's why at Great Clips, we have clip notes. Notes that say exactly what you like. So don't just get a cut, get your hair cut. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Right this minute, videos first.
You're in the crowd of a rock concert, and now the camera's on stage.
And then it ends off
on the head of the drummer. That's cool. You see him getting the camera set up, and then look at this shot, and look at the crowd, and listen to their screams. This is going viral. See what happens next, right this minute.
Monday at 11:30 on 23 ABC.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live. I'm Casey Keirnan, still joined by Kevin Keyes. We're on the other side of Bakersfield High's loss at home, 27-7 to Long Beach Poly. Kevin, you watched this game along with me. What do you feel was the real difference in these two teams?
Well, the offensive line of the Jackrabbits and the defense that was able to contain Sonny Rufus tonight. Usually it's Rufus getting to the edge, making big runs. The outside linebackers were able to turn him up, and they had some huge defensive stops.
So do you feel it was sort of a personnel thing tonight? I mean, just looking at them physically, Poly looked like a much larger team. How much did personnel come into this?
It played a huge role. I mean, you take a look at here, James Brooks Jr. This was one of the top running backs in the southern section. His backup came in tonight, Jeremy Calhoun, and he really took it to the Drillers.
They did. They had a game plan from the very beginning, and they were able to execute it defensively as well as offensively. But let's talk about those Drillers. Sonny Rufus, so much talk about him. He's probably the most talked about player in Kern County. What did you see from Sonny tonight?
Sonny showed a lot of heart. You know, he never quit. He played hard. He got his team back into the game there in the second half, and they really had a good shot at it. That roughing the kicker after the PAT where they kicked the ball into the end zone, and then that play from Jeremy Calhoun that he went 80 yards just really kind of broke the back of the Drillers.
It did. It broke the back. Would you say that that was sort of the moment that defined this game, was that big yardage play?
Definitely a game changer.
So now special teams, you kind of alluded to it earlier. It was such a big thing for the Drillers in that game last week against Garces. You had the punt return for a touchdown. Special teams tonight, though, maybe not quite the same look from them. What did you see from the Drillers special teams?
From a special teams side on Long Beach Poly, we saw some fresh guys coming in every time. If it was a punt team, if it was a kickoff team, they had depth. And you saw guys come down in the kickoff in their lanes, just making huge hits. And here's Jeremy Calhoun, this young junior. Overall team speed on special teams really hurt the Drillers tonight.
And something else that hurt the Drillers was just being able to move the football with efficiency. I felt like every time not every single series was a 4-down series, but a lot of them were, and I almost felt like, gosh, they need a penalty here to move the chains. And they did. They got a holding penalty here, a helmet-to-helmet there. What does it say about the matchup of two teams if you almost feel like they need a penalty here just to move the chains?
Well, it says that your back is against the wall, you're trying to play bend but don't break defense, and it also says that, hey, this team is bigger, stronger, and faster than us. We've got to buy some times. They did a good job at times controlling the football. They had that long drive in the third quarter where they ate up most of the clock, but at the end they just got worn down by a much physical football team.
They did, worn down, 27-7 your final. What does this loss mean for BHS? We were all looking forward to maybe BHS win. What does it mean in the whole CIF State Bowl perspective? What does the loss mean for BHS? It's got to change their goals for the season a little bit.
Yeah, it allows you to focus on really what your goal is going into the football season. That's to go into the league healthy, win a league championship, and make a run at the Valley title.
And it will alter those goals. It does now. We're looking ahead to the rest of the schedule, but we're not going to do that just yet. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll take a look at some other scores around Kern County, some notable ones, some ones that we want to talk about and you want to hear about, and then we'll take a look at the rest of the schedule for Bakersfield High. It's Friday Night Live from Bakersfield High. We'll be back.
The Western Bacon Cheeseburger, 2 for $5 at Carl's Jr.
Nestled off the beaten path, above the hustle and bustle of life, elevate yourself in Tehachapi, California. Tehachapi is a place where family is valued, and you can experience true down-home Americana with renowned museums, unique animal adventures, and fantastic dining experiences. Just a short jaunt up to the cool, refreshing breezes of Tehachapi, and you'll see why we elevate your experience.
Man is a determined creature with a boundless will to push, seek, transcend. It's what inspired our own evolution. Because if your quest is to build the world's smartest luxury SUV, you must hold yourself to the standard of mankind.
Meet the extremely new 2014 MDX at your local Acura dealer.
The Buffalo Blue Cheese Burger. And try the new Buffalo Blue Cheese Crisp Cut Fries at Carl's Jr.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live. We're still here at BHS, and I'm still Casey Keirnan, joined by Kevin Keyes. Kevin, you stay with us the entire show this
You know, you're keeping me up pretty late these days, Casey. I don't know. These are some long nights.
I know, and we're not done yet. We're going to take a look at some other scores around Kern County, some ones that'll definitely make headlines tomorrow. We're starting with the big dogs first. Clovis North topped Frontier at Frontier 40-19, and Clovis, just Clovis, in Clovis, beats Stockdale 37-14.
Defending SWYL champs.
That's right.
Frontier.
In Frontier.
Yeah, that's it.
I know,
that's
and Clovis, they topped Centennial by a touchdown last week. They put even more on top of Stockdale this week. Let's go down a couple of divisions, if you will. Ridgeview, they traveled to Newhall, and they got beat by Hart 56-7.
Ridgeview coming off a great season last year. Two games scheduled. You want to schedule the best to be the best, and Hart traditionally is a great team down in the valley.
Ridgeview, defending champs themselves, they went ahead, took a shot at it, but they dropped one 56-7 tonight. Also, we would be remiss if we didn't mention that South is still unbeaten, 47-0 tonight over East.
And so are the Patriots. How about Liberty? 38-6 over Buchanan. They're 4-0.
38-6. So we still have two unbeaten ones in Kern County. And Liberty, we're going to talk a little bit about them later. They're in our game of the week next week. Let's take a look now at what the top 20 in the state looked like according to Cal High Sports today. Here it is, the top 20. You see Bakersfield there. We said, Coach, that if BHS was able to top Pauley, it kind of seems like some missed chances tonight for teams around Kern County.
It was missed chances, but you know, Bakersfield, Oaks Christian, had a tough game there. Garces was not a slouch, and coming back Long Beach Poly, and they played Wasco, who's another contender. So that's a tough schedule for the Bills.
BHS had a shot. Let's take a look at the rest of the schedule. We got just about 30 seconds left here. We've got a week, and then we begin league play. And we talked about it. We've got new goals here when league hits.
When league starts, you've got Liberty versus BHS as an opener. That's got to be a huge one.
Huge opener. But first, Liberty against Ridgeview. They'll be at Ridgeview next week. So you join us. Kevin Keyes, I'm Casey Keirnan. Thanks to BHS and you for watching Friday Night Live. Join us next week.
We're over